Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to a stream of My Hero Academia, My Hero One's Justice 2. And... thing isn't clicking. Okay, yeah, anyway, so I have done some story mode, if you saw on my YouTube, chapters 1 through 10. So I may be doing 11 through 20. I might even do more, depending on how things go. Okay, so let's go straight to story mode.
You can relive the story again!
It's been a while since I touched this game, so... I did do some training a little ago, so hopefully I'm not,
It's the day of the Provisional Hero License Exam.
you know, too
Whoa, that
rusty
guy came
on
out of
this.
nowhere. That hat. It's from Shiketsu High School. We should be on our guard. Let's begin!
So I kind of forgot where we left off. Are we still in the licensing arc, I think?
And just like that, our exam was about to start.
Alright.
We changed into our hero gear and assembled, anxious to hear the details of the first part of the trial.
Yeah, what's all this?
So, anyway, here are the basic rules. Listen well. The examinee will put 3 of these targets on his or her body. They can go anywhere you want as long as it's an exposed area. That's only fair. The targets are programmed to light up whenever they've been touched by the balls we're handing out to you. If all 3 of your targets are activated, that means you're out. You get to the next round by taking down 2 people, but only the first 100 students to fulfill the requirements move on. That's the basic gist of it. Got it? Good. Without further ado, let's begin the first part of the licensing exam. 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
An earthquake! No, someone's quirk must have caused the ground to break apart. This is bad. I've got to find everyone, or at least some of my classmates fast. If I'm alone, I'm done for. The other schools have had so much more time to work together and train. They're versed in battle. I don't know why, but I'm actually getting pretty excited about this.
Tag, you're it. Not smart. Staring off into space. But what's really weird is that you're in trouble and still smiling.
What? This girl came out of nowhere!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
That hat. You're from Shiketsu.
You're still calm and composed. So cool. All I have to do is tap you with the ball, and that makes 2. Fantastic.
Huh. You sure like to talk. I've got to make sure I don't get taken out. No time for breaks! Here I come! I have the timing! Gotta make the most of my efforts! Always
Nice.
Super weak. Impossible.
All right! I'm
We're
starting
gonna
to
start
get it!
with.
Amazing!
Story!
What? She disappeared again?
I tracked you down because there's a good possibility that UA students will be ganged up on. I wanted the chance to talk. UA is such a prestigious school, and I've taken an interest in you.
That was close.
Oh, you think my quirk lets me disappear? That's not it. I was just hiding. It's just a technique. One that lets me become invisible to any of my opponents.
Wait, you learned a technique that impressive at Shiketsu?
You got it. I hold my breath, clear my mind, and disappear. It's simple. The hardest part is not thinking, to be honest. The trick is to not view your training as some kind of chore.
Almost got me. I'm trapped. I couldn't find my classmates, and now I'm the target. The worst case scenario I thought of earlier is now a reality.
Are you okay? Over here, hurry!
That voice! It's Uraraka!
Okay, so I got red Deku ears and red gym uniform. It was a really easy level, thankfully.
Uraraka! There you are! What?
Okay.
Uraraka! There you are! But something feels off.
So I'm playing as Uraraka.
Let's begin!
I don't think I've ever really played with her. Not in this one or the first one. So I guess we'll see how it goes there.
We got split up because of someone's quirk, and then we were surrounded by other examinees. Suddenly, Uraraka called out to save me. But then, out of nowhere, the ground under her collapsed. And we were in big trouble again.
The ground's so shaky. I'm gonna fall!
Back at camp, I chose to fight and save someone, but at the cost of my arms. If I had only been faster, I would have been able to get Koda to Mr. Aizawa sooner. And then I could have gone after the villains myself. And if Kacchan was never taken, then All Might would never have had to fight against All for One at the warehouse. To help others, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Until my body is able to catch up to my quirk, I won't use One for All at 100%. Instead, I'll rely on support items to compensate for my weaknesses.
Thanks. Sorry, I really messed up back there, huh?
No, that's not true. You were outnumbered. But be honest. You're someone from Shiketsu, aren't you? Uraraka can now ignore her quirk side effects for a short period of time and use it to make herself float without getting sick. But you haven't tried to use that power at all, even though you were in danger. And even more suspicious, you exposed yourself to the enemy without a plan. That's not like the Uraraka I know.
If you saved me even though you knew I was a fake, does that mean you were trying to use me somehow? Cute. Please tell me more about yourself. Everything.
She scratched me? What's the matter with this girl?
Deku, are you okay?
Final round! Ready?
She's definitely not as sweet as she seems.
Here's my first move! Even if it's angry! You got me!
Oh,
Time
she's
to
up there.
throw! Now it's time for a super
Oh
battle!
shoot. I wasn't expecting her to do that.
Attack! I'll float it! For real? How about this? Heave-ho! Let's go! What an onslaught! Not super splendid!
Ooh.
Like this! Oh, wow! How about this? What?
What?
Strength!
There you
Now
go.
it's time for a super battle. Yikes! Even if it's heavy!
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the...
This should be enough. Isn't it? I won't take that!
Oh, here it comes.
Take it anymore.
Do I have at least half health? I'm not sure if I can look something, but maybe. That wasn't...
That was very instructive.
Ugh. They just walked around me sometimes. That was weird.
New story.
Those reflexes! Ochako Uraraka. He really trusts you a lot, you know. I wanted to talk to him more, but not with so many people around. Bummer.
We can't chase her. It might have just been her quirk, but it looked like she wasn't wearing her targets. We don't have much time left, and it would be hard to get a point off of her.
Sure.
Alright, so I got the first one at least. I mean, I'm not gonna spend
Uraraka,
time like going
there you
back
are.
and getting S ranks and stuff.
But
I'm just gonna stream
feels
basically the
off.
story because that's like really the more important part. So
What's with this disgusting dude? He's talking like he's better than us. Bakugo, watch yourself.
let's begin.
I wasn't exactly sure I made the right move running off with Bakugo and Kirishima. Before long, we ran into Shiketsu. This rude guy had a gross quirk, and somehow, he turned Kirishima into a literal meatball.
This is a demonstration. Proof of the difference in level between our classes. We value obligation and dignity. Things that appear to be sorely lacking among you.
You shut your face! Obligation? Dignity? You just like to hear yourself talk. Show us with your actions, not your cheap words! If you can.
He's hard to follow. Makes me feel kind of dumb.
He said his beady eyes are full of tears so he can't see how strong his opponents are.
My eyes are dry and handsome, thank you!
Final round. Ready? Clash.
Yue, I have respect for your school. I take pride in the fact that our institutions are treated as equals. But your class has done nothing but erode my respect. Especially you, Bakugo!
I hate your type. You're dead!
I can still do it.
oh my gosh, every time I want to go in there and do the...
I yield to no one. I must.
I'm done. You're not getting away! I'll test you!
Barely. Let's do this.
I'm not changing my
I don't think
plan!
it's close enough.
Give it up!
I yield to no one.
I'm done!
So hard to...
This just begun!
Counterattack.
Pull up and cry!
There we go. Nice.
With me.
Win! Come on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Excellent!
New story.
Huh. This has nothing to do with what school we go to. Fact is, I'm just stronger than you. Don't forget it.
Beast. I see what I must do. The only way to teach each of you a lesson is by breaking you. Then you'll know what it means to be dignified and behave like a hero!
What's with this guy? Fighting right now is pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Projectiles? What a nuisance.
I'll make you something more appealing. Don't ignore me! I wasn't.
No way!
Alright, awesome. Got all three.
What's with this disgusting... You don't know Kirishima or Bakugo. So you have no right to disrespect them. Or me, for that matter.
Let's begin!
This test has an unusually low passing rate. At first this seemed counterintuitive. With All Might retired, wouldn't it make more sense to flood the streets with heroes? But then I realized, this test weeds out the riffraff. I agree with that way of thinking, so I decided to thin the herd myself.
You're ignoring the test because you think you're superior? Are you insane? Also, you've been doing nothing but hurling insults at us this entire time. That's super hurtful.
I assume this means you recognize the truth in my words. Take this time to reflect on your failure.
I was talking about my classmates!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'll take the first move! Bullseye! Strike!
My senses!
Boom!
Every time I go for the...
Shake it triple!
Oh wow, that actually worked. Okay, sweet.
Strike!
With electric shock! You will be defeated.
Crap.
You must know it's time to die.
I lost the move.
I'm damn tough! Excellent!
My senses!
Nice, I got him too. Sweet.
Bullseye! Boom!
Ouch!
Strike back! Smack 'em!
It begins.
Whack!
Regrets.
Win! Yeah! How was my electricity?
New story!
Ugh, only a B though.
Bakugo might seem like a total jerk on the surface, but he's trying hard to be a pro hero. And Kirishima is such a good dude that he rushed an enemy for his friends, even though it was a stupid thing to do.
I'll teach you to be more aware of your place, you degenerates!
You only know bits and pieces of info about these guys. Don't insult them when you don't know them!
What took you so long?
That was weird. Thanks, man! The more damage he takes, the more people get released. No wonder he relied on long-distance attacks. You don't know Kirishima or Bakugo. I found them, Ayama! So come with me to... Ayama, what are you doing?
Alright, so this one's just a video level.
Let's begin!
So let's enjoy the video.
As the representative for Class 1A, it was my duty to search for my peers. But when I met up with Ayama, we found ourselves surrounded by other examinees. Then for some reason, Ayama fired his laser beam toward the sky. As the head of our class, it's my responsibility to lead the others. I want to serve UA and all of its students to the best of my abilities. That's what my brother would do. It's through my actions that I'll realize my ultimate dream. But seriously, Ayama, what are you doing?
I'm standing out. If you try to protect me, you'll fail the test. I've already got 2 of my triggers hit, and they'll be swarming me soon. You'll have a much better chance without me. With your speed, you should be able to hit their targets.
Where is this even coming from?
Papa, Mama, why am I so different from everybody else?
My ultimate dream has always been to be an equal to the amazing people at our school.
Aoyama's laser! That's where everyone's headed! Please continue to swarm that area!
Ah, that's it. You're rounding up all of our opponents. Now, Black Abyss! Covert Black Ops Arms!
He bought us some time. Go, 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 you guys! Get some out of them while they're distracted!
Everyone! Ayama! I don't know who you want to be equal with because I don't know what you're measuring yourself against. But this was your doing. Thank you!
Well, I guess this means my twinkling won't have to stop after all.
Only 7 spots left. Make that 5. The pressure's on now. In the final minutes, UA came together and pulled off some absolutely insane combos out there. And that's it. Every spot is now filled. 100 students will advance. The end is finally here. Woohoo!
We spotted your belly button laser, and that's how we were able to meet up with everybody. Thanks.
And with that, the first part of the exam ended. Somehow, everyone in Class 1A passed. But we weren't done yet. The second exam would begin soon. What would it entail?
That bald guy won't stop staring at me. That's strange. I wonder, did I do something to him?
Let's begin!
In the break after the first test, while we tried to prepare for whatever was in store for us next, the loud guy from Shiketsu started glaring at me. Hey, you. Did I offend you somehow?
Oh no. I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? Boo-hoo, Endeavor's son.
Huh?
I can't help but hate you and your dad. You've changed a little bit since the first time our paths crossed. But that doesn't matter. You still have your father's eyes.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Hey Jay Frater, thanks for joining me.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
So yeah, this is basically a fighting game with health bars, so...
Here's an iceberg. Don't move a muscle. Freeze! Hold on. Back off. Burn! This is
Oh, there goes my perfect.
Stand back. I'm burning! Take this! I can't get out.
Oh, come on. I shielded, come on.
That's dangerous. Don't move a muscle. Burn! I'm burning!
Come on. Get up. Do it now, come on. Hopefully I got him.
Not enough.
Got him, sweet.
I've lost!
Win!
Beat him up.
I can't stop. I won't stop. Amazing.
New story!
Nice S rank there.
Yawarashi, calm down. Todoroki, I'm sorry for his rudeness. Let's try to work together in the second trial.
Now we will begin the next and final exam. For this portion, you'll be rescuing injured persons in a hazard zone. We'll be scoring you on a point system. If you have more points than the benchmark at the time the exercise comes to an end, then you pass the exam. Now, how about a story? Unknown villains have performed a large-scale terrorist attack spanning all of insert city name here. Your task is to save as many people as you can and help the injured. Now, begin!
With that, the final test for the provisional licensing exam was underway. I had to do my best and pass, no matter what it took.
Alright, Jay Frater saying, this looks interesting. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and if you ever get into My Hero Academia, it's really fun to visit these after playing the game.
That bald guy won't stop staring.
The second part of the exam is to overcome a villain and rescue the hostages. This is super hardcore, but I'll handle it no problem!
Let's begin!
I mean, the anime is only 4 seasons in, so I mean, it wouldn't take too long to catch up if you were interested in giving it a watch. I think there's only 86, 88 episodes, so not too many.
If I was going to get my provisional hero license, I had to overcome a villain attack and rescue victims. I decided to leave the injured to other people and deal with the bad guys. But then I ran into him.
Tell me, you sad excuses for heroes. Will you help my victims or fight?
He dodged my ice easily, but how about my fire?
I'm gonna blow you away! Why'd you use your flames? The heat makes the air rise up! You blocked me so you'd get all the glory, didn't you? Hatred's in your blood! You really are Endeavor's son! You're exactly like him!
What? I didn't do that on purpose. What the hell has been up with you this whole time? My old man's got nothing to do with this
This is completely outrageous. I can't believe you're arguing at a time like this.
Final round! Ready? Clash! To me, heroes should be full of passion. They bring hope and inspiration to people, with the fire burning in their hearts. They care! But all I see in you and your father's eyes is cold-blooded rage. Nothing but hatred and cruelty!
You think we're the same?
Alright, so Gang Orca is playing the role of a villain.
Like him. I have no feelings about my old man anymore.
Dude, can I beat him before I can even...
There's still some hate inside me.
Oh shit. Oh, I got him, sweet. I didn't even have to call in Todoroki.
Win! All right! This is the highest honor! Amazing! New story!
You reap what you sow.
Crap! This anger in my heart.
Yeah, of course in
I've
canon
become the
they
exact
fail.
thing that I've always hated!
Damn it. I can't believe it. Our quirks aren't compatible, and we have zero teamwork. There's no way we can beat a top hero when we're at odds like this. Hopefully he understands too, and feels the same way I do. Lift up my fire from below. That's it.
And my whirlwind
Create an inferno.
him!
So anyway, I'm glad the app is working for you, Jay Frater. Hopefully you'll be able to use this site more. Twitch is actually a pretty useful site to watch streaming. Oh cool, did I get all 3 of them? Yeah, I got all 3 of them, sweet.
The second part of the...
We trapped Gang Orca, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the end of the test. Shoto and everyone at Shiketsu High are in danger. Let's begin.
This won't make up for their foolishness earlier. They realized their mistakes. This is an attempt to make up for them. How persistent.
A quirk that uses wind. Why didn't I remember such an obnoxious guy sooner? We have met before. I guess I wasn't paying attention back then. I only wanted to reject my father. To forget him. And my past. My bloodline. Or forget them. But I can't just ignore them.
That's right. The events that comprise our histories don't just disappear. So, what now?
I have nothing.
Then it's over.
No! Get away from those two!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
With my new style! Kick! Just get started! Come on! Eat foot!
Cowardly.
Here I come! I have the timing! Kick technique! Just get started! Come on!
Excrement!
Gotta make the most of my effort! I'll show you! I have the timing!
Class Ultra!
Made a good effort.
Midoriya's really awesome to use.
Win!
Straggler.
All right! I'm starting to get it!
His combo moves are really good.
Amazing!
New story!
I mean, if this game could just be all Midoriya, it'd be really,
Yeah, so
really
here's the
easy.
thing. At this time, all of the injured citizens have been rescued from the disaster zone. It may seem anticlimactic, but with this, the provisional licensing exam has officially been completed. We're done here.
It's over?
This restraining gear really made it tough to move around. Glad that's done. I have to admit, that Tower of Flame was an inspired attack. And with Midoriya's surprise counter once I had been weakened, I might have had a hard time if the test went on, even lost.
Alright, sweet, I got all of them. Pink Deku ears, red Mary knee pads, and OCD note taker.
We
Alright, this
Part
one,
two of
next
the
one is
exam
just
finished.
a video.
Time to announce the results. The students who passed are...
Or having seen
Let's
the
begin.
show, I already know.
Those who passed the second round were announced soon. The judges seemed to score us on the pivotal decisions made in the emergency situation. From UA, only Todoroki and Kacchan ended up failing the exam.
Todoroki! I'm sorry, it's my fault that you didn't pass the licensing exam and won't get your license! My focus was too narrow-minded, too selfish!
You're fine. I got us off to a bad start. Besides, I was able to realize something about myself thanks to your bluntness.
The provisional licensing exam was finally over, and I passed! And Deku, well, he looked like he was on top of the world.
So many people have helped me to get to this point. And some of them went through a lot of trouble to do so. It's like this is proof I've matured, that I've gotten stronger. And it makes me so happy. I need to show this to my mom and All Might as soon as possible. Part 2 of the exam? Kachan, you said you had something to tell me. But where are we going? Wait a minute! Let's begin!
Alright, could my luck against Kachan continue?
Night was falling by the time we got back from the Provisional Hero licensing exam. That's when Kachan cornered me and said he wanted to talk.
You've always made me sick, Deku. You were useless. No power at all. A joke. Then suddenly you managed to get into this school with a brand new quirk that appeared out of nowhere. I haven't forgotten what you said before. That your abilities were given to you. You got your quirk from All Might, didn't you? He gave you his power.
As soon as he mentioned my quirk, I knew what this was about. That's what I get for breaking my promise. Why did you call me out here?
You and I both wanted to be just like All Might when we were growing up. I was the one who had the potential. But somehow, a little nobody like you was singled out by the person I admired most. That's why we're here. You and I are settling this. Right here. Right now.
Huh? What? Why are you doing this?
I want to know what made All Might give his power to a loser like you. Let me see for myself. Fight me!
Kachan, you can't be serious.
Final round! Ready? Clash! Is it because you looked up to him more than I did? And if that's the case, does it mean everything I've done to be like him is wrong?
No, of course that's not true! You were right
Ah,
to
dang
admire
it.
the way you did! Just hold on! I have the time!
I really wanted to do a perfect round
Rid of
against
you.
him.
No matter how much I tried, you kept coming back!
So Jay Frater, you're saying you didn't know that I played games, fighting games besides Smash. I mean, most anime games are like either fighting games from what I've noticed, or they're like, in One Piece, Pirate Warriors. Or finish him off.
You better not forget this.
Always take the opportunity to punch Bakugo in the face, it's always good.
All right! I'm starting to get it!
Yeah, I guess Midoriya does sound like Ted a little bit. They're not the same voice though, but yeah, I guess I can hear there's a similarity.
You got so much better, and I'm the reason he lost his power! If I'd been stronger, if I hadn't been kidnapped by villains, then it never would have happened. So what the hell am I supposed to do now?
This guilt, he's been carrying it around, obsessing, hurting. He's blaming himself, even more than me. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses this fight. Even so, I have to go through with it. Because in this moment, I'm the only person in the world who understands how Kachan felt. If I'm gonna do this, I'm going all out.
You think you're better than me? But if you seriously believe you're gonna surpass me as a hero, even with your newfound power of yours, you better think again, you damn nerd!
You had so much going for you that I didn't have! All Might was my hero, but you are the person actually in my life! I thought you were incredible! That's the reason I kept chasing after you! You're the best. That's why I want to defeat you. I have to! In order to make All Might proud and surpass the expectations he set for me! I won't lose to you!
We're done here. I won this fight. You have All Might's power, but even using his strength, even after making it your own, somehow you still managed to lose to me. You're still pathetic.
Don't you just hate it when games basically nullify your win? Alright, okay, so I got all three of this stuff, sweet. Water Decaliers, red.
Midoriya, Bakugo, I'm sorry to interrupt, but...
Alright, so here's another video.
what you were
So,
saying.
yeah, I mean, I will go past 10 levels, I guess.
Let's begin!
Stop this right now, both of you!
I'm sorry, but I heard what you said. I didn't understand before. I should have. Young Midoriya was powerless, but still more heroic than anyone else. Young Bakugo, I knew you were strong. You were someone who could already fight. So I decided he should have the chance to stand in the ring.
But now you know I'm weak too. I always wanted to be like you, which meant being as strong as possible. But look what I did to you. Because I'm not good enough.
This is not your fault. I was going to lose my power. You're powerful, and I let that blind me. I apologize. I missed what was important. I forgot that you boys are just kids. Young Midoriya looks up to your strength, you know that. And I believe that's why you've always feared his heart and spirit, young Bakugo. Now that you've laid your feelings out on the table, maybe you'll understand each other. If you have mutual respect and focus on making one another stronger, you'll be unstoppable. You'll become the ultimate heroes. There's no limit to what you can do together.
Damn it. That's not what I wanted to hear. Deku, you had the strongest guy in the world lay the groundwork for you. Don't you dare lose again.
I'll work harder, so that I can beat you.
So talk, who knows about you two? You don't want this to get out, right, All Might? Well, your secret's safe with me. I won't tell anyone what's going on. I can keep my mouth shut.
And so, All Might told Kacchan the whole story. The truth behind One for All. About how he used that power to become the symbol of peace. How he was gravely injured, which limited his strength. And finally, how he chose his successor.
This secret, please keep it. I'm terribly sorry for asking you to do this for me, but I'm afraid it must be done. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. But this doesn't change what I have to do. I'm gonna end up the #1 hero no matter what. But Deku, things aren't gonna be the same from now on. You got that? I won't stop until I'm the most powerful. I'll fly higher than you could ever dream, even if you are the chosen one.
Right, then I'll be even better, stronger than you can imagine. That's how the secret between me and All Might became one the three of us shared. After that, it felt like my relationship with Kacchan changed. We were like normal rivals. UA's top students, the Big Three, are
Another
coming to
video
talk about
level.
work studies. I wonder what they're like.
Okay, so now we get into some of the coolest characters in the show.
Let's begin!
The Big Three. I really enjoy them.
A couple days after my fight with Kachan, the top students of UA, known as the Big Three, came to our class. There, they explained how the Hero Work Studies program functioned. Those of us who had our provisional licenses would soon be going on patrols.
I can't introduce myself. I'm trying to imagine them as potatoes, but I can see their bodies. I know that they're still people. My mind is totally blanking. I can't say anything. I want to go home. Please, skip me.
Come on, Amajiki, cheer up! You need to have the heart of a lion, not a kitten! You know, even though you're human. Get what I mean? This is our kitten, Tamaki Amajiki. And hi, my name is Neji Reihado. Hey, Ashido, if your horns break off, you think you'll grow new ones? Ooh, and can you wiggle them? Minetta, are those balls your hair or what? I don't get it. How do you get a haircut? You're such a little weirdo.
Okay, everybody, let's make some noise. The future's gonna be...
The future?
awful! That's your part, guys! Oh crap, my call and response was a total fail!
That's it? Okay. Okay, so we got some player cards, okay.
UA Heist.
First years with their provisional licenses! That's super impressive, right? You guys are pretty darn energetic. Ooh, I've got an idea.
Let's begin!
Alright, so this one has a sub-anime, so... First time with that tonight.
Oopsie! All three of us totally botched our introductions, which left the whole class kinda confused. So I figured I'd show off my quirk to them to liven things up a bit. Heads up! The rad new plan is all you first years fight me at once! Let's get changed and head to the gym pronto!
Mirio, be careful. Think about how bad it'll look if some of them can't recover from fighting you.
Hey, listen up, it's story time. Long ago, a student got frustrated in class and quit being a hero. That was terrible for everyone. Did you know that? So Togata, I know our job is tough, but you better make sure you know what you're doing.
We fought plenty of pros before.
Not to mention we took down some legitimate villains. Don't underestimate us, and take us for a bunch of wimps.
View this as a learning experience. It's a good opportunity. In my opinion, Mirio Togata is the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero. That's including the pros.
I'm ready when you are. Now who's ready to start this party?
Me! I'll go first!
Final round! Ready? Clash! Who's gonna start this party? To the plexus!
Is that it?
There it is! I see right through you! Permeate! Observe!
Oh shit. I was even facing the wrong way. Oh, I got him, sweet. I didn't think I would.
I'm still gonna...
I see through you! Here's one to the plexus!
So yeah, Togata can like go through...
Focus!
Can go through like walls and the floor.
Win!
So, yep, there is a perfect.
Why am I so strong? Because it's all in the predictions! Amazing! New story!
He teleports, or slips through matter? I can't figure it out. Either way, it looks like he can phase through things and warp around at incredible speeds.
I've got this super sweet quirk called permeation. Warping is just a way I can use that power. See, I activate my quirk in my entire body, then I can pass through anything I want. Even solid ground, no sweat.
Warping and dodging. Jeez, that's incredible. But wait, I'm confused. How did you travel through the floor so fast?
Well, I start by sinking deep underground, falling through matter. Then I release my quirk. Apparently things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get propelled upward. Think of it this way. The ground spits me out and I fly up into the air. That's how my warp works. By adjusting the direction I'm facing or the pose I'm holding, I can change the angle I come out at. Sort of like aiming.
You're able to avoid any attacks, and you can move where you want in an instant? Wow, you were born with a really strong quirk.
Not true. My power's only strong because I made it that way. While my quirk's activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen. In the same way, my eardrums don't work, and light can't pass through my retinas. I can go through matter, but can't feel it. But thanks to training and experience, I learned to predict what would happen next in a fight. In our work studies, we're treated as a sidekick, or even a pro. It can be kind of terrifying, but everything you go through is an important experience that you can't get in the classroom. That's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
At first, his quirk was something that held him back. But still, he made the most of his power and got as much experience as he could. Now he's great at analyzing fights.
Yeah, Jay Frater in the chat saying, I am assuming this isn't the start of the game because I'm a bit confused with the story so far. I mean, yeah, it's not the start of the game, but it's also not the start of the story either, so some of it kind of assumes that you'll know what a lot of this is, because, I mean, it is a game for the, you know, for the show and manga, so...
First years with their provisional licenses. That's super impressive.
I feel like getting into a rumble after watching you fight. I wonder who'd be up for it.
Let's begin.
Alright, so let's do the submission for this one. I mean, at the end of it all, I mean, it's really the gameplay and, you know, playing as with your favorite characters. That's the real fun with the game, at least.
Hey, you know what? Guess. No, wait, I'll tell you. I want to play with the first years, too.
Hato, Mirio just fought them.
Hey, first years, what do you say? Let's have some fun.
Ribbit, are we about to start another practice fight?
I've still got a fighting spark in me. Come on, guys. Let's show off what we can do.
All right, let the match begin.
Final round.
I gotta admit, I kind of forgot what her quirk is.
Patience, that's pretty icky.
How's this? Like this? How about that?
Ribbit, I can stop him.
Better watch out.
Like this. Ribbit,
Take a look at this.
Ribbit,
Take this. Like this? You can't dodge this. Better watch. How about that?
Ribbit,
Leave it to me.
I can stop him.
Flicky Link. Like this? You can't dodge this.
Alright, so let's finish this off.
Better watch out. Output 30. Wow, this is bad.
Leave it to me.
I have to. Ribbit, I underestimated that.
Like this? How about that?
I can't stand it.
Win!
Hey, did I win? Yay, I won! Excellent! So cool! I want to see your fun quirks again soon, okay?
Careful, Hato. You were so obsessed with their powers that I almost got hit. Maybe I should have stayed home today. Probably.
That's UA's big three for you. They're so tough.
They earned their name. By the way, should we be ignoring Tamaki? It looks like he's talking to the wall.
Wait! Please! I have a favor to ask. Let's begin.
Way to go, Mirio! I thought you hurt some of them by accident, you know? But no one was injured, so I think you did a good job. A+. Did anyone surprise you? I want to know. Come on, spill!
Huh, let me see. The one who came at me first analyzed my moves and then predicted what I do after that. I bet Sir would love to meet him.
Togeda! Please! Fight me again! And if I win, I have a request. Refer me to the hero agency you're at. Then I can do your work study with you.
You again? Why are you so excited?
Your work study is at Sir Night-Eye's agency. I tried to ask All Might if he could introduce me to him, but he refused. So if I prove myself, I wondered if you could instead. Gran Torino told me a little about Sir Night-Eye. Can you please introduce us? His agency is perfect for me, if he'll take me on. My quirk is really similar to the way All Might's worked. So training with his former sidekick would be perfect. He could help me be a better hero.
For certain reasons, things between Night Eye and me are complicated. I just don't want to talk to him. That's why I can't introduce you. But perhaps you can ask young Togeda. He's working under Night Eye's supervision, so maybe he can help you out.
Now I get it. Sure thing. I'm all about sparring with some stakes. Quick, let's get into our costumes. We shouldn't be wasting time, right?
Final round! Ready? Clash! With my
Yeah, let's see if we can return the favor.
kick, take! Ow!
Go through that. Oh my gosh, come on. That was when I pressed, come on. Roots.
Take this! Here I come! Observe! I'll get you! I have the timing! Come on! Gotta make the most of my effort! Oh, it got me! What? Just get started! Right! Kick, Tony! Here I come!
Counter. That. Sweet.
Stand! Move! Win! All right! I'm starting to get it! New story!
Midoriya, why don't you tell me what kind of hero you want to be?
I want to rescue people with a smile. I want to be strong so no one worries about me. I want to always win and save everybody. And eventually, one day I want to become the greatest hero.
Nice. Those are some pretty big goals. There's no reason for me to say no, though. So yeah, I'll introduce you. Sure.
You mean it? Thank you so much!
Yep. I always figured Sir Night-Eye would take a liking to you anyway.
going to show you I deserve to be at your agency, Sir Night-Eye! Because All Might trained me!
Okay, so I'm gonna do this main and sub levels, and then I'm probably gonna call it a stream there.
Let's begin!
Just seems like a good place to end off.
And with that, I accompanied Togeda to Sir Night-Eye's agency, so I could meet the man himself. Hopefully, he'd agree to take me on. Sir Night-Eye's famous for being strict, not just on others, but on himself as well. But apparently, he still had a good sense of humor. In order to be accepted by Sir Night-Eye, I needed to make him laugh, just once. This was my moment, so I had to get through to him somehow. Problem was, joking around and being funny wasn't my thing. The only thing I could do was an impersonation. Something I'd practiced countless times in front of my mirror at home.
I'm Izuku Midoriya!
You fool. What are you doing with your face? You attempted this blasphemous excuse of an impression on All Might's former sidekick? All Might's wrinkles aren't like this at all. In his early days, his crow's feet were 0.6 centimeters long. From the Silver Age on, they were 0.8. I don't care for this one bit. You can see yourself out.
I want to work under you so I can become a stronger person than I am now. Please just give me a chance. Let me prove myself.
Once I stamp this document, you'll officially be contracted with my agency for a work study. But I refuse to approve it yet. What benefit would you contribute to my agency? Show me what you would bring to the table using actions, not words. You have 3 minutes to try and take this seal from me. If you want to work as a hero under my guidance, then stamp that contract yourself. Then you can join my ranks.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Don't concern yourself with what happens to the room. Just come and take it.
I have the timing! Kick technique!
Just as I thought. Mirio should have inherited One for All.
Here I come! Just getting started! Going for it! I have the timing! Take this!
The future!
Oh.
Eat foot! Kick! Just getting started!
Oh, shit, got him, sweet.
Future.
Win! All right! I'm starting to get it!
Yeah, it was so close to perfect.
Amazing!
New story!
Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna do the sub
Faster than even
level
he
to
can
this, and
react.
I'm gonna call it a stream.
I can't just let him reject me now. Not after everything All Might and I have been through. He wanted me to have his power. He chose me!
I can see what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. The more I watch you, the less reason I have to think you have any potential. What an unsightly display. Have you given up already?
I didn't lose my focus or my drive. I just realized I was about to step on the poster for All Might's 10th anniversary. The one that was never for sale. It's basically priceless.
Don't tell me. He was in constant motion, jumping around the room as Gran Torino would, and yet, even emotionally off balance for my provocations? He formulated a strategy to defeat me, and remained aware of his surroundings. You're hired. You'll work here alongside professionals. But that doesn't mean I recognize you. You're no symbol, I'm confident in that. Regardless of All Might's mandate, you're not worthy of his power.
going to show you I deserve to be it.
I
So this is
worked
just a video,
alongside
so-
All Might. True. But our partnership dissolved. It happened 5 years ago.
Let's begin.
I was always one of All Might's biggest fans, so I was honored to serve as his sidekick for about 5 years. But after the incident, things were never the same between us.
This is reckless, All Might! You can't keep doing hero work in that damaged body. The entire world would suffer. It's time for you to step down. If you wish for enduring peace, then retire while you're a legend. I'll find a cheerful, strong replacement for you. You can entrust your legacy to them. It's time! I know the importance of the symbol! But please, listen, All Might. If you continue like this, you'll face off against a villain, and that will lead to an unspeakably gruesome death. That's why, if you continue your hero activities like this, I won't support you. I can't.
You saw it, didn't you? I told you not to use your foresight on me, didn't I? Even if I step away and the next symbol appears, before they do, how many people will have to fear for their lives?
Did he not understand? The true value of One for All wasn't physical strength, but the fact that it could be passed along to a successor, one who could continue to cultivate the power. And so we were at odds, especially when it came to who would be his successor. His choice sounded absurd.
Night-Eye. I've decided who to pass my power along to. He's a quirkless middle schooler, but he wants to save people. He has the heart it will take to be the next symbol of peace.
What are you possibly thinking? You can't take your place with intentions alone. There are any number of other people who are more suitable. Don't be a fool.
And so it began. I took Mirio on and started to train him. He would be a truly worthy successor. Though, All Might and I stopped speaking shortly thereafter. I worked alongside...
Okay, so that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank you so much, Jay Frater, for chatting with me, and thank you all for watching. I'm really looking forward to moving on with this, but tomorrow I will be streaming Donkey Kong Country, so I hope you all join me for that. This will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you are watching it on YouTube, you can follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/raidpirate. And you can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/raidpirate. And if you are watching this right now on Twitch, you can subscribe to my YouTube at youtube.com/c/raidpirate. I mostly play Nintendo games. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night or day, depending on what time it is. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.